home of brilliant children's books.
Hi, my name's Mark Dorey.
And I'm Seren.
And this is another Tomser Cat Storytelling book review. And today we're going to review a book called
Kidnap on the California Comet.
Kidnap on the California Comet by M.G. Leonard and
Sam Sedgman.
Sedgman.
Okay.
And this is the sequel to the first book that we reviewed called
Highland Falcon Thief.
The Highland Falcon Thief, and there's a link for that book video review that we've done below. But today we're going to look at this book, and we listened to this when we were travelling on holiday. So this was an audio book on BorrowBox, which is our sort of local library audio book system. So thank you, BorrowBox. So Sarah is now going to read the blurb.
After the excitement of his adventures aboard the Highland Falcon Thief, Harrison Beck can't wait for the opportunity to go on another amazing train journey. So when his Uncle Nat invites him aboard the California Comet, the iconic 3-day train journey from Chicago to San Francisco, he leaps at the chance to travel. But when the daughter of a billionaire entrepreneur, August Reza, goes missing en route, Hal finds himself with another mystery to solve. Can he uncover the kidnapper before the journey ends?
Ooh.
Kidnap. Now that's a different one.
Okay, so this is the second book of the Adventures on Trains book by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. And for me, Hal Beck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Harrison Beck, or called Hal Beck. He's a really good drawer, and he draws really quick. And right at the start of this journey, which is going from Chicago to California in America, he's joined by his uncle
Nat.
I was going to say Hal, Uncle Nat, and they're on a billionaire's train called the California Comet, and basically they're going to interview the billionaire about some new invention that he's got, which is going to be world changing. And so they get on the train, and before they get on the train, Sam meets some American kids, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you remember their names?
I think it's Hadley and Mason.
Hadley and Mason. Now Hadley is the older sister and Mason's the younger brother. What's Hadley good at?
I think she's good at magic.
Yeah, she's good at magic. And what's Mason good at?
Voices.
He's good at voices. And they do a sort of they do a sort of magic act together, and they're very good together. And Mason's very good at mimicking other accents as well. And so they become firm friends. They're around the same age as Hal. They become firm friends on the train. And on the train, they meet the billionaire, who's called, what was his name? August Reza. Reza. They meet August Reza on the train.
Then.
They have a sort of special interview. And on the train, ahead of Uncle Nat is a travel journalist, a travel writer. And on the train, sitting in with August Reza already, is an old friend of Uncle Hal's called Zola.
You said Uncle Hal again.
Did I say Uncle
What's
Hal?
he like?
Oh, Uncle Nat. Uncle Nat, right? Uncle Nat. And it's an old friend of his called Zola. And she's quite mysterious. Anyway, we meet August Reza's daughter, his only daughter, and she's called
Marianne,
which is very similar to
my middle name, Marianne.
There you go. Right? And is she nice?
She's quite selfish.
Yeah, she's quite aloof and quite selfish, but
she has her own way of being nice.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
And she's the daughter of a billionaire, so
it's not that surprising.
Yeah. So her and Hal have a little bit of a friendship, but they also fall out a little bit during the journey. But it is during the journey that Marianne is kidnapped. Can we have a dun dun dun?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. So she's kidnapped, and they want a big ransom. They want a big ransom for her, and they threaten that if they don't get the ransom money, the kidnappers, they're going to start. What are you going to do?
The investigation.
No. What are you going to do to Marianne?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Marianne. Well, they're going to pull her teeth out.
They're going to pull her teeth out. And so as time goes by, teeth start coming delivered to August Reza
To show the threatening.
to show that they're really serious
Yeah.
in what they mean with to do to Marianne. Now we're not going to give, we can't really give too much away. Just to say that I thought the character of Hal was a lot better in this one.
I agree. Yeah.
We listened to them in the wrong order because they weren't available in the right order on the borrow box, and I was really surprised on the first book the character of Hal didn't shine through as well.
Yeah.
But on the second book, I thought he's really good, isn't he? And who's your favourite character in the book?
Probably either Uncle Nat. I think probably he's pretty good.
Yeah, Uncle Nat's really cool. I think we both want an uncle like Uncle Nat. He's just amazing, right? He's absolutely amazing, and for me, he is the character. But having said that, Hal is a really good detective,
And
really,
he's
isn't
only
he?
12 years old.
Yeah.
So that's.
He's a really good detective, and he shines through. And this book for me was a lot better than the first one. The characters were so much more developed, and we don't want to give any spoilers, so we're going to move on quickly to our star rating. What would you give it?
5 stars.
I'd actually give it 5 stars as well. I thought it was excellent.
Brilliant.
And we've just started listening to the next book, which I think is called Murdered on the No, not the Orient Express.
Oh.
Murdered on the Safari Star, I think it's called.
I'm thinking of a film. Oh.
Yeah, Murdered on the Safari Star, I think it's called. I don't know, we've only just started listening to it. But this book is definitely a 5-star read. So the two books, I think the two books in going together work really well, because the characters are really well developed, and they get even more developed, and actually the friendships that he forms with Mason and Hadley are really good, aren't they? It's a real sort of good book. And what I would say, I know it's aimed at middle grade kids, maybe a bit younger than Sarah, but actually it's a good adult read as well, isn't it?
It is. We've seen a lot of reviews of adults actually saying it's an amazing book, and they may think it's for children and teens, but it can also be for adults, so that's how good it is. So
yeah,
it's good for anyone.
Yeah, I would class this as a good family read, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a good family read, and as such we've literally just got yesterday the book, the next one in the series of adventures on trains, which is, what was it, Murdered on the on the Safari Star, I think it is.
Murder on the Orient Express.
But here's the thing: the details that the writers put in on the trains and the mystery is a great balance. There's so many twists and turns in the trains with all the details, but also twists and turns in the plot, and so it's honestly a great read. Definitely a 5-star, yes, sir?
Yeah.
So, we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.